Hey everyone, Kayley here. Today I'm going to show you how to get the hairstyles from the new live-action Beauty and the Beast movie. I am so excited for this movie. I love how they translated the hairstyles from cartoon to real life. So yeah, let's just get into it. We're going to start with this half up, half down hairstyle because it is the one that everything else builds on. I started by parting my hair in the center, and then I created waves using a 1 1/4 inch iron, curling everything away from my face. That gives you that like barely there, somewhat defined wave curl like Emma Watson had in the movie. Now you're going to separate the hair in front of your ears on either side, making sure to get a very clean, straight line when you do that. And then I just held my place with bobby pins. You could also use clips if you want. And now let's leave those sides alone while we work on the crown. You're going to sweep your hair back so you can see that part that goes from ear to ear. Pick up a section just behind that part and begin back combing it. Then you're going to pick up another section and back comb that, and if you want to, even a third. Now toss all of those sections back and you may be left with a ton of volume. Now you're going to take that down because this is a more modern look. So go over the top with your comb to smooth things out and take the volume down to a more reasonable level. Then secure all the hair that we back combed into an elastic. And now we're going to make the twists on the sides. So on one side, go ahead and pick up a section of hair right next to your part and begin twisting away from your face. Then pick up another section of hair, add that into the twist, and continue twisting away from your face. And continue picking up sections of hair until all the hair that's over your ear is incorporated into the twist. At this point, you can look at it from the front, make sure that you like how it looks. You can loosen it up just a little bit. Once you're happy, go ahead and twist the tail of the hair until it reaches the back, where you can hold your place either with a clip or an elastic. And now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. The way I like to think about making this twist is that you're holding the hair right next to that bump that we made and you're bringing everything else up to meet that, so that you at the end up with this cool twist that forms right along the side of the bump that we made. There's got to be a better name for that. Help me out in the comments. Now take the ends of those two twists, bring them together and secure it with an elastic. And to help hide the elastic, what I'm going to do next is actually flip my ponytail over once in towards my head and then begin loosening up the twist to hopefully help hide the elastic a little more. Also, if the elastic from our bump that we made before is showing, you can loosen that up so that it hides nicely underneath the closure of the twists. And finally, loosen up some little pieces around your ears. I noticed that Emma Watson had them in every single picture that I saw, and you are done. This is the base of everything, and I think it's very pretty. Definitely a great princessy hairstyle, and I think if you made it a little looser and maybe didn't do the bump, it could totally be an everyday style too. And now let's talk about how to transition into her town ponytail. This is really simple. All you're gonna do is pull all the hair together into a low ponytail, then split the hair over the ponytail open to make a little hole, and tuck your ponytail up and through that hole. Then you're gonna loosen up the hair to create this little topsy tail twist and tie on a blue ribbon. This hairstyle immediately made me feel like Belle. I mean, I went full like twirling in the mirror status when I got this together. If you're planning on dressing up as Belle or Disney bounding or anything like that, this is the hairstyle to do, for sure. And now we're gonna remove all that and go back to the half updo that we started with to create the library updo, so named because the only pictures I saw of her in this were in a library. Start by adding in a headband just on that part between the bump and the twists, and then we're going to go to the updo in the back. Split the hair that's down into 3, and we're going to start with the middle section. Now wrap the hair around 2 fingers to create a loop, and then pin that loop up on your head at the highest point that you want the bun to be. Then grab one of the side sections and again twist it to create a loop and put that one slightly lower than the center one so that we can start creating the shape of a bun. And now I bet you guessed it, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Twist it around to make a loop and pin it slightly lower than that middle section. Now you're just going to swirl and loop the ends that we have left over the top of the bun to finish out the shape of the bun and also create that kind of curled, messy bun look. And there you go, that is how to do this library slash bookstore updo. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think it's the most difficult of all 4, but it can be really pretty if you're up to the challenge. Now onto the ball hairstyle, which might be my favorite. You're just going to take the hair that we put into the 2 elastics from the half up, half down style, and you're going to use that to create the bun. Now, if you don't have a lot of hair hanging down, you can leave some of the hair from those elastics down, totally up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the hair from those elastics in half, and I'm going to lightly back comb each half in order to add a little bit of extra volume and body to my hair. Of course, you're going to smooth over the top because you want the end product to be very nice and smooth. Now just take those 2 sections and wrap them around each other until you reach the end, and then wrap that into the shape of a bun and pin in place. Wrapping these 2 sections should give you a nice dimensional looking bun while still creating that classic shape. Finally, I picked up some shiny gold ribbon that has wires in it, and then I began twisting it at random intervals so that it wasn't a flat ribbon. I think that helps replicate the texture that I saw in the trailer. So now I'm actually going to tuck one end of the ribbon into the bun, and then I'm going to wrap the rest of the ribbon around the bun and then pin it in place for safety. The cool thing about this wire is that you can bend it so it can have this really cool cascading look around the bun, which is what I think I saw when I looked at like a bazillion pictures trying to figure out this hairstyle. So there you go, the classic belle hairstyle. This one makes my heart so happy, and if you want to wear it for whatever reason, I fully recommend trying it out. And there you go, those are all the hairstyles that I know are in the movie, and I loved doing this. It was so much fun. I highly recommend trying it out if you just want like a princessy pick-me-up. It's great. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check back on Saturdays for new hair tutorials and throughout the week for some bonus videos. I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah! Bye!